Think in my country, believe me, every inch of this land is mine. My ancestors have lived here for over 1,000 years. I don't believe in bending anything to newcomers. You've chosen to live in my country, you live by our ways. We have the right to intellectually criticize one another's faiths. As a Christian, I'm not intimidated by that. We've already gone through hundreds of years of doing this to ourselves. Christianity can stand up to it. Islam, by contrast, is pretty new to the world of getting criticized intellectually. It is absolutely right to criticize Muhammad, his conduct, his words, his right to criticize the Quran. And if you don't like that, go and live somewhere else. We will be better off without you in this country. I want a country that will destroy anyone who does not accept the terms that I offered. Any Islamist who tries to impose Sharia law, any Islamist who thinks that we're going to use violence because you criticized our prophet or you criticized our book, I want a country that will destroy their lives, take away their kids, chuck them in prison, stop them having jobs, move them out of the country. I do not want to tolerate any Muslim living in this country that does not accept the Christian heritage of this land and what comes with that. If you are willing to accept the Christian heritage of the nation, then there's a place for you. It's not just get rid of Muslims because they're Muslims. But I don't give a shit about Islamists. I think we need to ruin their lives, and anyone who even slightly hints at an Islamist ideology should be dealt with mercilessly, ruthlessly. Are we clear about the term?
The lowest unemployment in European Union is Poland. The highest GDP after COVID in European Union is Poland. One of the lowest debts in European Union is Poland. So don't give us this rubbish about the need of educated immigration, as we heard yesterday. We don't need your doctors. We don't need your engineers. Take them all and pay for them. We don't need them. You know why? Because there's zero terrorist attacks in Poland. Why? Because there is no illegal migration in Poland. So don't give me this look. Don't give me this arguments about the populism, because this is a fact. This is your data from Eurostat. So we don't need your engineers. We don't need your doctors. Take them. Be like Poland.
All right. This is a Polish politician, a legislator. I'm not sure what his name is. I know his first name is Dominic. His last name starts with a T. I'm not Polish, so I don't speak that language. I can't pronounce that, but his name is Dominic. So there's that. And this guy, he's at this sort of European congressional thing where, you know, in Europe, they're trying to get everybody to take on migrants. They're trying to get everybody to take on Muslims and Africans and whatnot. And he's telling them why they're not going to do it. He's telling them why Poland is not going to do this. And I'm here to tell you, I've always kind of pushed back against the brown pill, not because I think it's an inherently bad thing, but because, you know, it's kind of like the red pill, and people get caught in the hatred that the brown pill starts to spew, right? It's one thing to understand the rhetoric. It's another thing to, you know, take on the hatred and get trapped in that cycle. So I'm just trying to free people from the cycle. Your country will never be Poland. America has already sold out. Canada has already sold out. The UK, Australia, all the major white countries have already sold out. We are taking migrants left, right, and center, and it's never, ever going to stop. It's good to think that you could be like Poland, but it's never going to happen. There's too much money being made off the migrant crisis, off the migrants coming in and doing what they want. It's way too much money. It's a good thought, you know, shout out to Poland, but it's never going to be you.
Most crimes committed, percentage-wise, committed by illegal migrants, mainly Muslims. That's the data. So what kind of enrichment is this? I can't see any positives. They're still trying to picture me and call me Islamophobe. If that would be non-believer, if that would be a Chinese community or Indian or any other, I would say the same by the data. The data is very, very, very straight. 46% of all crimes committed in Sweden is committed by the Muslims under 18. Under 18. 72%, that's Interior Minister published the data, committed in total by Muslims. How come? If they are 20% of the society, why the over 70% of crimes are committed by Muslims? So when you ask me about positives, I really can't see any.
Why do you think, though? Why do you think that's happening?
Because they hate us.
Who hates us?
Muslims hate us, and they do not even hide it. There is a very famous video of the guy on the streets in Germany who is having a conversation with a German guy, and he was like, "We are taking over this country. Your daughters will be our slaves, and we will take this country over by the number of children." One of the clerics said that they will take over this country by the numbers of children. So if you have a plan, which is called Hydra, right? Taking over the land by the numbers. In our Christian world, mercy, forgiveness is a very big part of our way of thinking. For them, the most important is revenge, war, and violence.
All right. Same guy, same politician, Dominic something or other, Polish guy. And he's on the Patrick Bet-David podcast. And you guys hear what he's saying. This is a politician who loves his country. This is a politician who loves his culture, his people. And he's not the only one, because he's not the president or the prime minister. He's just one of many. Poland as an entire country is full of people with common sense, cultural integrity, love for God, love for what their country is and what they've built. This is not America. This is not Canada. This is not Australia. Like I said, I want you guys to understand, when you see a person like this, you are going to yearn for people like this. You're going to yearn for this kind of leadership. Now, me personally, I hope that Poland is able to withstand all the pressure that's going to come their way to do like America and sell out and let all the Muslims in and everything like that. I hope Poland stays white, majority white, right? Just like I want Korea to stay majority Korean. But that will never be America. It will never be Australia. It'll never be the UK. This is why I'm telling you guys, do not, if you want to partake in the brown pill, partake in it. But don't get caught up in this hatred and anger. We are too far gone. You will never see an American politician talk like this, ever. You'll never see a Western politician talk like this. They've all sold out, and they're not coming to help you. They're not coming to save you.
How do you treat LGBTQ in Poland?
They are not allowed in schools. The man who wears a dress and he thinks that he's a woman, he needs help. He's sick.
Okay.
Drag queens coming to schools.
Yeah.
It's not allowed in Poland, basically. We are trying to promote Christian values in their political space. They don't like it because their conscience is painful. We are not North Korea. You can live as you want. Do not come to the kids.
You can live as you want, but keep it away from the kids. You're never going to see an American politician talk like this. I promise you. You will be dead and gone before the next American politician of worth gets up there. There's plenty of little representatives here and there. We're talking about lawmakers, people who can sign into law, your governors and whatnot. For the most part, they're all bought and paid for. But this guy is a major leader in his country, and he's telling you, we pretty much outlaw LGBT. No American politician is going to outlaw LGBT. So when I tell you, I put on the thumbnail, be like Poland, it's good to think that way, but it's not going to happen. And once again, like I said, I'm not trying to discourage people. I want you to have a pragmatic outlook, right? The brown pill is not a bad place necessarily, so long as you treat it just like the red pill, its predecessor. You get what you need from it and you move on. You get the information and you put action steps behind that. Get the money that you need to get to position yourself the way you need to position yourself. Don't get caught up in the cycle of hate, because your country has sold out. It's already too late. You're never going to get a politician like this guy.
We built the wall. That's number one. Mr. Trump was inspiration. Then, unfortunately, one of our soldiers was killed with a spear, and our parliament passed the law that we can use live bullets now. So if you want to come to Poland, you will be killed.
All right. So as you guys see, somebody put together this really nice edit. Got this guy looking like a rock star. I mean, he's talking like a rock star. He's talking like a leader who loves his people. We built a wall. Mr. Trump was inspirational in that. And then somebody crossed the line and one of our people died. Guess what now? Now it's on and popping. We say stuff like, don't mess with Texas. Guess what? There are Muslim enclaves being built in Texas. So yeah, they're messing with Texas. Sharia law is actually taking hold in certain Texas Muslim enclaves. which goes against the Texas Constitution. It goes against the American Constitution. Nobody's doing anything to shut that kind of stuff down. So the invasion is already here. So when I tell you it's too late for us, I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm just trying to make you see things from a pragmatic viewpoint. Shout out to this guy. Shout out to Poland. Shout out to these guys for being awesome. If you're going to take any meaningful action steps, if you're a brown pillar, a future brown pillar, you want to get into that area of life, this should be your guide. Like this guy in Poland and what they're doing should be your number one example of what politics should be. Vote for that. But outside of what you can do politically, don't get your hopes up for America making some sort of comeback because they just don't care about themselves. America sold out.
How is it that Poland did not fall into the trap that so much of Europe fell into over the last 2 decades?
That's because of our personal experience as a country. Poland is between Russia and Germany. Poland was not on the map for 123 years because of Russia and Germany. Then we had World War II. Germany attacked Poland on 1st of September. 16 days later, Russia attacked from the east. After World War II, Poland was under Soviet occupation. So we suffered 70 years of communism. Because of this experience, we knew what it means to let aliens in. We had aliens in the past. Different form, different shape, different reason. We do not want anyone to take over our country. They will not take it by the tanks. They will not take it by ideology. We would never let leftism take over our country. What they did to America was a rape on your society.
All right. This guy puts it absolutely brilliantly. He says we're not going to allow our country to be taken over by any means, whether it's the tanks, whether it's the bullets, or whether it's the ideology. He's essentially saying that what they did to America, they raped it. And this is one of the main points I'm trying to make with this video. Women in America, women in Canada, women in the UK have voted the countries into oblivion. They voted for stupid stuff for the better part of 40 years, 40, 50 years, going back to the 70s. They have voted for nonsense. They've only voted for more sexual degeneracy. They voted to be able to delete their kids in the womb. They have voted for soft on crime. They vote for everything that is antithetical to a safe society. We are never going back. Poland, I don't know how, Polish society works. They apparently don't have this woman problem. They apparently don't have a problem with their women voting for stupid stuff. They, like you saw in the last video, they don't allow LGBT. Guess what? That's one of the main things that our women champion. They champion LGBT and they push it off on the kids because it helps them further their goal of leftist ideology and leftist thinking and women's empowerment and all of that. Poland doesn't seem to have a woman problem. Now, I think Poland's, I think their birth rate is falling. I think all Western nations are falling. Feminism has touched off on all 7 continents. Nobody is immune to it. I think the only place that it's not going crazy is in like Africa, oddly enough. But somehow, some way, their women aren't having the same amount of babies. Their population is falling, but the women don't seem to be full on retards. Like they seem to actually have some common sense and they're not falling for the leftist ideology. Our politicians have all sold out. They've sold out to the almighty vagina, and women run politics in America. They outvote men 60-40, and they only vote for the wrong things. Like I said, you guys have to be pragmatic about things when you're looking at it. When you're looking at your government, we are not walking backwards. There's nothing that's going to happen to make women not vote like idiots. They're going to do this until the country collapses. They're never going to turn back to traditionalism. They're never going to go back to God. If anything, they're going to vote in socialism when the country gets too far gone, and they're going to vote in authoritarianism or a police state when the country becomes too unsafe. The war is already lost.
Man, put on an armor, not a dress. And your laughter will not change the fact that this is your fault. This is your fault. You destroyed and made Europe weak. So be a man. Be strong. Be brave. Be like Poland. Because you're not going to laugh in a minute. Russian drones are flying over Poland. And what you're doing, you're having another discussion about helping migrants. And you're laughing. You're not going to laugh for long. That is the problem. You do not understand your position. So stop attacking us, because we are the force in Europe to save Europe, to restore Europe. We are the brave ones, and you got only laughter because you are safe here in this building, in this parliament. Over 1 million people will take streets of London this Saturday, and you will see the unity, you will see the strength of the patriots.
This guy is a Polish rock star. This guy's an absolute rock star. I think everybody who watches this video will agree that we want politicians like this. No, I don't know who watches my channel. I know it's mostly men. Everybody wants politicians like this. Everybody wants the politician that's going to come out there and say, put on armor and take off the dress. Stop being gay. Stop being retarded. Guess what? It's not happening in America, Canada, London, the UK, Australia, no Western nations. It's not happening. Your Western nations have sold their soul, and it's far too late. We're never going back. I'm not saying this to make you mad. I'm not saying this to make you scared. I'm telling you this because I'm a pragmatic person, and I believe that at this point in time, if you live in a Western nation, it's all about positioning. You have to position yourself for success. Get as much money as you can, put yourself in the right positions, get in the right circles, do whatever you can, but don't sit there and get sucked into the brown pill in 2025 going into 2026 like people got sucked into the red pill back in 2017. You don't have another 10 years. You don't have another 8 years to sit there and watch an internet ideology and just be angry, because nothing ever came of the red pill. Nothing happened. No politicians, no laws, nothing. Absolutely nothing happened after all of this red pill bullcrap. Right? Women have not come back. They haven't come back to traditionalism. They haven't changed. They've doubled down on what they vote for. They doubled down on voting for Islam. What is it? Minnesota, New York. New York has a Muslim mayor. The women overwhelmingly voted that guy in. In Minnesota, you got Muslim councilmen, Muslim mayors. Islam is running wild like Hulkamania in these places, and women are the ones voting it in. So the red pill didn't solve anything. So I'm not telling you guys to be, depressed, angry, anything like that. I'm just saying make the best decisions while you can, right? With the time you have left, while America is still a functional society, put yourself in the best position, make as much money as you can, help who you can, but do not get caught up in brown pill rage like the red pillers got caught up in red pill rage, because you got to make some sort of moves.